The new Driver app is here. Our goal is to keep improving the Driver Anywhere app as it is a critical tool in your daily business. We gave the Driver Anywhere app a new look, improved functionality, and added options, while at the same time making it easy for your drivers to navigate and read. The drivers can now move through the app more easily, use shortcuts to quickly access different portions of the app, and find information they need regarding jobs in seconds. We've worked hard to make the Driver Anywhere app a useful tool that has different possibilities capable of accommodating a vast variety of Limo Anywhere operators, at the same time simplifying the way each of the options are used, making it more practical for your driver's needs. In this video, we're going to go over the different sections of the app and how they work. I'll make a second video on how to use the Driver Anywhere app and post a link in the description. Keep in mind that anything in red is something that can be selected by the driver. Alright, let's get started going over the different screens and how they work. When someone logs into the app, it takes them directly to the In Progress Trips tab. This allows the driver to quickly access the trips that are in progress in the event that he has to reset his phone or that his phone dies. The In Progress Trips tab holds all the reservations that are currently being serviced by the driver and that have not been completed yet. Starting at the top left of the app, it will show Hi and the driver's name, plus a photo of the driver if there is a photo attached to the driver's profile in the Limo Anywhere system. I'll select the image spot to open up the driver profile section of the app. If I've gone on duty and selected a vehicle, the vehicle information will be displayed here as well. I can also log out of the app in this section, and if I click on the arrow, it will take me back to the previous screen. The off-duty toggle button will change to on-duty when selected and will prompt me to choose the vehicle that I'm using. Once I'm done for the day, I'll select the on-duty toggle button to make it place me off-duty, and I'll choose if I want to release the vehicle for another driver to use. Keep in mind that you cannot go off duty nor log out if you're currently in progress on a trip. We are currently looking at the trip section of the app. I know this because the icon is highlighted in red. In the trip section, you'll see 3 tabs that I can choose from: the Pending Trip Request tab, the Upcoming Trip tab, and the In Progress Trip tab. The Pending Trip tab will hold all the trips that I need to accept or reject. The Upcoming Trip tab will hold all the trips that I need to complete in the future. And the In Progress Trip tab will hold all the trips that I'm currently working on. There might be a time where I have multiple trips that I'm working on, for example ride sharing or an hourly ride that I've just dropped the passenger off at their destination, but I need to come back 2 hours later. I'll be able to manage these trips without issue because I'll be able to update the statuses on multiple trips at one time. Next, we'll click on the search button. In this section, it allows me to select a date range that will display all the rides that I want to look at for that range. I can also look at completed rides, which are trips that I've set to done for that date range. I can see up and coming trips, and even all the trips that have ever been dispatched, regardless of their status. I can also filter the search by confirmation number or passenger by typing in the information in this field. This button here will change the order of the trips from ascending to descending. If I ever need to refresh my screen, I can pull down on the app and then let go. The messaging section will show messages that dispatch have sent to me from the Limo Anywhere system regarding trips. Once I open the message, I can see the job details by selecting the View Job button, then go back to the message to respond. Once I'm done with the message, I can delete it by clicking the trash can icon. I'll also get a notification when a message is sent to me so I can quickly respond to it. Then we have the More button, which holds the driver's profile, the greeting sign, the map provider, change vehicle option, and logout button. The profile option is the same as the driver image section that we had went over earlier in this video. The greeting sign allows me to produce a greeting sign when needed. The map provider option allows me to select my default GPS app that I would like turn-by-turn directions from. The change vehicle option allows me to quickly change the vehicle that I'm using. And the logout button will log me out of the app unless I'm currently performing a ride. Lastly, let's go over the options on the trip cards in the different sections. The Pending Trips tab will allow me to open the job details by clicking on the trip card, and it'll also allow me to accept and reject rides. Under the Up and Coming Trips tab, I have one job listed here. I can change the status to On the Way or Canceled, or I can choose the button that says Start Trip, which is the same thing as setting the status to On the Way. Notice the icon here, next to the wording Requires a different vehicle. I can select this option to quickly change the vehicle that this trip is needing in the event that I forgot to change the vehicle option in my app. The icons at the bottom of the trip card mean extra stops, notes, luggage, child seat, and handicap accessible vehicle. If the icons are grayed out, then that means they are not needed. If they are set in black, then that means they are needed. If we click on the trip card, it will open the trip details. The icons at the top will drag your screen to that section of the trip. The exclamation mark icon shows the requirements. The people icon shows how many passengers. The GPS icon shows the routing. The card icon shows payment information if it is set up. And the notepad icon shows any additional information. By selecting these buttons, the app will take you to that part of the trip info. There is a navigation button in the routing section that will allow you to select the locations you want placed in your GPS app. You can select the pickup, the drop-off, or the full routing. The full routing will take you from your current location all the way to the pickup, include any stops, and then take you to the drop-off without having to manually input any of the information in your GPS app. If we click on the pencil icon, it will allow me to update the trip information such as times, start and stop wait time timer, attach an image such as a passenger's driver's license or a picture of damage done by a passenger, report any extra stops that might have happened on the ride, add important notes, get a signature from the passenger for our terms and conditions, or report the mileage. The In Progress trip card has a button that allows me to change the status of the job. If I click on the sign icon, it will ask me which location I need GPS to, or if I would like to map out the whole trip without having to type it in myself. The airplane icon will open up the flight tracking system, but as you see here, the flight information is already on the trip card. The phone icon will open up the passenger's phone number in my phone app. The exclamation point shows the requirements for this trip. Just like all the trips in the upcoming trip tab, I can click on the trip card to pull up the details, and I can also add the info to the trip by selecting the pencil icon.